Hello, everybody, on this glorious sunny day in England. My name's Polly, and this is Jane, and we are soul searching with Jane and Polly, or
For a
Polly and
minute
Jane,
there.
whichever way you'd like
Yeah.
it to go.
For a minute there, I thought you forgot what your name was, Polly.
No, I exactly know what my name is, even though it's very hot, and I feel like my face is going to melt off my shoulders in a moment. Yeah, so greetings, everybody at home. It's really lovely to see you all again.
It is. And that last time we recorded it was baking hot in England, and today is one of our hottest days again. Not as hot as that. But this week we have our lovely special guest, which we're really excited about because we haven't been able to pin her down. And we have the lovely Neshla. Over to you, Neshla, to introduce yourself before Polly's dogs get in.
Hello, I'm Neshla. I'm a psychic reader and healer, and the associate founder for Rahanni Celestial Healing, which is a healing modality that I love and have worked with for many years. So I look after that now. I also run retreats in the southwest of France, which is where I live at the moment. I'm also an author, and I have designed my own tarot cards and oracle cards. So yeah, I've been working in the field for a long time.
Have you got a pack of your new oracle cards that you very kindly sent me in the post? I was excited because you've just released a new set. You've just what have you got them there?
Yeah, I have. I've got a pack in front of me, and they're called Healing Whispers. And I've actually got, at the moment on Instagram, if anyone's interested, I have got a competition I'm sending out 2 packs to whoever wants to enter my competition. My Instagram name is Neshla111. And if you go on there and share the link and comment, you might be lucky to win a pack for yourself.
I'm going to head over to Instagram as soon as we've finished this.
What I normally do when obviously we're pre-recording, when it goes out on YouTube on Sunday at 11 a.m. UK time, I always put underneath the guest's contact details so I can put that link to Instagram as well, just so no one misses out. But if not, it's not closing on Sunday, is it? Because then
no, it's closing on I think it's the 21st of.
Oh yeah, so that's plenty of time. So go on there so they can have a look. If Polly hasn't signed up first to try and win it.
I'm going to enter. I'm going to get all my children to enter, and then we will hopefully I'll be winning those cards.
Well, you don't know. You never know. Someone's going to win them. No, there's two prizes. So there's someone. If not, they can be ordered on my website.
Your other set of cards you brought out some years ago now, didn't you?
Well, my tarot cards.
Beginner tarot, because I remember when you did it, and I was like a little guinea pig to learn to teach it. And then that inspired me to actually realise that, as I've always been a bit difficult, to actually teach tarot anyway, because it came so natural to me. So, but you've had those ones out a good few years, haven't you?
Yeah, I always have my cards near me. So these are the Learner Tarot, and they're very, very basic for people that are just starting out on their tarot journey, because I've made them simple and easy, because that's what I'm all about. Even the oracle cards are very simple, beautiful illustration, simple words with simple message, and that's what that's about. And yes, I remember you very well, Jane. When I met you, you came to me for a reading many years ago.
I did. And I was out of my comfort zone because I hadn't had a tarot reading for absolute years. I went as a teenager. I've mentioned this before on our podcast. We often tell our development group, our little stories, me and Polly. But I went as a teenager a few times, and then I didn't really go. And I'd already had tarot cards hidden away, but I was not letting on about that. And then when different things happened in my life at different stages, a friend would go, come on, let's go to a reader. And back in those days, it was word of mouth. I mean, it is word of mouth now, but in those days, you literally had no internet connection. And it was like, I went to this woman down the road and so. And then you sort of phoned her out on the landline, go, can I come for a reading?
Or it was yellow pages, or it was like an advert in the paper.
So it was really bizarre because I thought things were going on in my life. It was really quite traumatic at the time. It hit me quite hard because I never see it coming. And I thought, I'll go to a reader. I don't know why I thought I had to go to a reader. And then I thought, I don't know any readers. It's been donkey's years. And the ones I had been to had died. That wasn't going to help me unless I meditated. So I went through the internet, and your name, it was weird. Your face came up. You weren't even in the same town as me, but your face just came up and looked at me. And I looked at your face and thought, you look kind. And that was it. And no disrespect to your website. It wasn't even your website. I didn't look at your website. I wasn't interested in your website. It was your face staring back at me. And I thought, I'll go to her. But I didn't think it through, because then I thought I'd stop driving out of my comfort zone. I'd not driven a lot out of town because my husband at the time just always did the driving. So I'd lost my confidence driving. So there I am, heading over to your house thinking, clue where I'm going, no sat nav in the car, and I took the wrong turning. And I don't know if you remember, I rang you almost close to tears, thinking, I don't know where I am. I was stuck in some industrial estate, Park Gate, and you had to guide me back to your home, and I was nearly an hour late.
I don't remember any of that. You probably were stuck in Sedgensworth.
And I remember thinking, God, this is just, and I was in the right state, and you had to calm me down. And like, not like hysterical state, but I really wasn't. I was apologetic because I was so late, and you were just going, it's okay. Strangely enough, I haven't got anyone in after you. And I know from now being a friend that you are busy. When you were in England, you were very, very busy. And actually, you're still busy with running different venues. So someone upstairs was looking over me that day and eventually getting me to where I had to get to, but also giving me the time that you spent with me. Because I mean, I know if someone was an hour late for us now, it's very rare we've got time or availability to fit them. So so that was my first journey of meeting you. And Polly, Neshla just said how she met you, but you were a little bit vague.
Do you know, I think it's because I feel like I've known you for so long. And then obviously we used to like often be at the same fairs together, didn't we? Like spiritual fairs. There would be either sitting next to each other or we got chatting. And then I ended up coming to your spiritual fairs, your mind, body, spirit fairs, and obviously got to know you even more. And then ended up actually learning Rahanni from you. So it's been quite a journey, hasn't it? Really.
Think I came back, I think, a few months later for another reading because things had changed dramatically, and you suggested healing. And then so I had reading with a healing at the end, and then it was at the end of the healing you suggested that maybe I'd like to try one of your workshops, and I think I laughed at you. A bit like when Polly kept trying to get me to be a medium and I kept laughing at her. I remember coming over with my sister-in-law, Karen, because she was always into that sort of thing and she practiced a lot of white witch stuff. And I remember you only had a small group. You used to sit in your little workshop area at the back where you used to teach and do your readings. And we were sat round the table and we used to come over on one evening. There was about 6 or 8 of us there. And I was the most difficult one because you'd pick cards out and every week we had to remember what the cards were. And I'd be just sat there like this. And then I'd have my card, you'd have the card and I'd just say it and then you'd just stare at me smiling. You were never rude. You were never like saying, Jane, you're being difficult. You just used to smile at me. And I even used to sit there and think, you're being difficult, Jane. Why are you being difficult? But it was like I was being so stubborn about acknowledging what I already sort of probably knew I could do, but I didn't want to admit I could do it. And then the other group members used to go, God, you're really good at this. And I go, yeah, whatever. And then I think I did a second tarot course with you. I mean, I've had people in the past say to me that I'm not a real tarot reader because I learned it with you. But we all started somewhere. We went on a tarot course. I dare say you probably did some kind of... But actually, I used to get quite offended thinking, what do you mean I'm not a real tarot reader? For me, and for people I've taught now, you're a tarot reader. You either are or you aren't. Tarot is one of those things, isn't it? You can either read it or you can't. You just have to still have guidance. So, yes, I was a tarot reader. I was a very difficult tarot reader, admittedly. You were my guidance, as Polly has been my guidance in mediumship. So, actually, I'm very privileged today to be on with my 2 little mentors. That's true, isn't it? You took me out of my comfort zone in my reading, and you took me out of my comfort zone in my mediumship and trance. And ironically, me and Polly met at your fair. You were the main person, you were doing your fairs, and me and Polly came along and ended up sitting quite close to each other on the day. So, Neshla, it's all your fault that we are all together.
Yes.
No.
I do remember now. Yeah. Or they were crap.
Did you say they were crap?
But no, some of them were just crap. In fact,
You are very polite, Neshla. I can vouch for that. But do you know what? Your mind, body, and spirit fair. And I know I was a bit choosy. And I know when you first asked me to work it, I went, "Oh no, I'm not that good. No, I don't want to do that." And again, you encouraged me to step out of my comfort zone and do it. Your fairs were the better fairs. And even now, apart from now, me and Polly doing our little mini one, we do a little mini one. I don't think I've been to a fair with the same atmosphere that you had at those fairs. I don't know about you, Polly, because you've worked a lot more fairs than me.
I only liked two. Obviously, the one that we met at, they stopped doing them, didn't they? At some point, they obviously had done it for years and had enough. But I only really liked two fairs, and that was Sue Murray's fair and your fair, and they were the only ones that I ended up wanting to go on because I knew that they were professionally run. That the people had been sort of, let's say, vetted. Does that make sense? To make sure that they were, especially readers and healers, you want to know that people are going to some person with integrity and somebody that's going to help them rather than make them put the fear of God into them. And which is a thing. But they were so, yours and Sue's that we used to go to are so well run and so professional and organized, but with the right vibration and the right people and the right energy. And it was always a joy to go. And when you left us,
When
Neshla,
you left the country, they're not. Yeah. They did. They are, and I can actually vouch for that. We spoke on the phone a few weeks back, and we said then, I obviously do all the promotion for mine and Polly's fair. It's all done online now. Our fair is really small. It was a set up for our development group, so it wasn't about being the best fair or being the biggest fair. It was literally to encourage our development group to step out their comfort zone. It works for us because it's in a nice little hall that we use. So it's very small. It's not treading on anyone's toes. I'm very good at looking at the dates to not try and coincide with people. But even that small event, the promotion behind it, the sorting the stall holders, sorting out the paperwork, just even setting up the next event's fair with the poster. But everything for us now is online. We're doing TikTok videos. We're doing reels on Facebook. I don't have to print anything. And we were saying when you started yours, that is how you promoted it with leaflets. Yeah.
well, yeah, I mean, TikTok and being able to share TikTok onto Facebook and things like that, which Jane, I've got to say, I cannot take any credit for at all. It is Jane Morton that does
And I
all
don't
of
know
it.
how I'll do it.
But she's like saying, "Oh, I've tagged you in another thing. I've tagged you in another thing." But these days, it is more likely that people are going to look at social media than a piece of paper. However, it's just the way the world turns, isn't it?
It is. And I think for us, we never wanted to be compared to anyone else. And we both have always had high respect for your fairs and we do miss them. But we'd already agreed that we weren't going to, I mean, maybe it's because you left, but we agreed we weren't going to really do any more fairs. I was quite happy to step back straight away anyway. But tell everybody where you went, because if anyone's watching this on Sunday, they're going to go, well, where did she go? She's on this pod walking like she's left.
Well, me and Neshla used to go to Costa del Port Solent for a these.
But she hasn't gone to Port Solent. So tell everyone where you are. No. Yeah.
We keep threatening it.
We keep saying it, and we really should. And I have just seen you advertise your next retreat in September, and you've got a pool. You've got a swimming pool, which is important to a lot of people. Yeah. Anyone listening, I will put that up for them as well, Neshla, so they can see your retreats and see because you've got a separate page, haven't you, for the retreats? Yeah, I'll do that. And yeah, me and Polly keep threatening, and we really ought to, but I think we struggled just doing our own stuff, don't we? And then I actually looked at your one coming out, and I'm doing something that weekend, and it was like, oh, there's always something going on. But we will do it because Polly loves France. It's one of her favourite places.
One of them. It is my favourite place.
Well, yeah.
And I've got Jose, my partner, who's Spanish, who wants me desperately to like Spain more than France, but I can't. I love France. Even my kids, I've said, if I won some money, because we've got our house on the market currently, and we're going to hopefully be moving, so that's our priority at the moment with money. But if I won some money, the first thing I would do is buy a nice property in France. I would just love it. I do, but I don't care where, as long as it's not Paris.
What?
Yes.
Why not Paris?
Because they're stuck up.
Isn't that like any big city? You go to, like, Yeah, I mean, when you go to London, no one cares about anyone. So, and when you go to New York, I mean, I love New York. It's absolutely manic and busy, but no one's overly friendly in New York. They're all running around in trainers to then get into their next wherever they've got to get. I mean, I'm not a lover of France. That isn't why I haven't come out though, Neshla. I haven't really taken to it. I don't know why, but I have been to places. So I've been to Paris. Yeah, it was manic, but it's obviously culture there. I've been to Dordogne in the south of France, which is a little bit further away from you, isn't it? It's not quite where. Oh, it's close to you. So I stayed in Dordogne in a jeep, like a farmhousey sort of jeep, and I did like that. I struggled with the people because I felt that because I couldn't speak French, they wanted me to speak French.
I can ask where the toilet is, and I can read the
I
menu.
can ask for a French stick and get that, and so I lived on French stick and brie, but no. And I've been to Nice. Again, it's a totally different culture because Nice originally was more Italian-y and it was on the edge. And I've been to Monaco and places like that. So actually, I have liked places. I just never get pulled to go back as a holiday, if that makes sense. But you don't tell Jose that. He's not far from there.
He's not far from Torremolinos. He's like Malaga area.
Yeah, he will.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. 100%. Right. Community. So here's a question then. Have you done a tarot reading in French yet? That's good. Yeah. Yeah.
In the thick of it. So
Okay.
I've been doing readings
settle that
over into
challenge.
Spain, and Jose is my interpreter. Or you adding bits in?
Well, as long as he was happy and they paid. So you mentioned Cyprus and you mentioned your family in Cyprus, and I know that you had your mum and dad both living out in Cyprus, and you also did a radio show out there, didn't you? Was it a radio show or a TV show? You used to do quite a bit out there, didn't you?
Meant to be.
It is bizarre. So let's go back to your early days, because obviously me and Polly know you as friends, but the audience listening won't. Where did you work before you? How did you decide to step out of your day-to-day job and become a full-time psychic medium? Yeah. And that is what we tell people that. We tell people that in our group. We tell them that sometimes you've got to make that step. I mean, I came away from the university. Sometimes it's no, you're not going to make that sort of money, but or have that job security or package, pension. But it's just helping other people and actually having more freedom and feeling that you're doing something that's actually worthwhile, not something that doesn't always benefit you.
I think it's definitely, I think if you have that, let's say, calling, that you know that you've got to do something you believe in as well. As in, I know not everybody believes in certain aspects of what we do. However, believing in yourself and knowing that in there that all these little, say, obstacles, or there's these little clues, and there are all these little things that I would say spirit and our own higher self perhaps is trying to say to you, it's like, you're going to be happy if you follow that path. And a lot of people, and I can understand it, because money is really tight these days. Everything is expensive. Even filling up your car, is so expensive. Food is getting more expensive and people panic. But I always feel if your heart's in it and you do everything you can to follow your journey, then even if you do have to take on temporary work, just see it as temporary. It's going to be a temporary thing while you're building your business or building your skills or getting your certificates or whatever it is that you need to do. But there's not enough people at the moment, I don't feel, that are, maybe they haven't got the confidence, maybe they feel that they're not maybe supported by family or friends, that sort of thing, that will find it difficult to make a big jump like you made and like Jane made and like I made. And because, but you do have to, I think, listen to your heart. I mean, I'm not in any way wealthy. Jane's not in any way wealthy, I don't know about you.
No, but do you know what? I do sleep better since I left the corporate world. I do sleep better. Yeah. Yeah. You don't need to doing this work, do you? Because you don't have to.
Jane buys things and sells them on vintage.
No, I've sold all my high shoes since I can't walk properly anyway. And I've sold lots of handbags and dresses and evening outfits because and especially daytime work because I don't need to dress up for my day job because my day job isn't the same no more. So it is funny. You change a lot of things about yourself. You don't just step away from that job. You step away from a lot of things. That you spend probably more money on your day-to-day work stuff because you had to present yourself and look. If I was interviewing, I had to be in a suit or look smart. And now I don't think I own I think I've got a couple of blazers to throw on with jeans as a casual look, but I don't own a suit no more. I don't look. Yeah.
Yeah, but having said that, a couple of years ago, or whenever it was that me and Neshla last did our little swapsy day, she told me I was going to do something, right? And I will just bear with me one moment, and I will show you what. And this is your fault, Neshla Avey. Your fault. 2 seconds.
Why Polly's just popped off screen?
You told me that I was going to get a puppy that was a spaniel. And you did. And you said it was a floppy-eared spaniel, and you said with black ears.
There
we went
she
for
is.
we went for coffee with somebody and ended up bringing a puppy home. No, because it was one of those things she was supposed to be. But she's very sweet and she's 15 weeks old.
Look,
So that's Pepper.
yeah, she did. Well, to be fair, you both told me things that I probably didn't listen to either of you at the time, but actually as the time went on, you've worn me down. And you've said this to me, Neshla, you can't believe the things I do now in that short period of time. Because like I said, I met you 11 years ago. I probably started out around the 8-year period. So I've only been really properly doing this for 8 years. And you said in that short period of time and where I am now, even you can't believe what I'm doing. And I laugh. I laugh at people and think, I take it all back. Anything I've said, I take it all back. Here I am. And I've said this with Polly. I feel like I was literally, I had no time to dip my toe in when I did. It was like, right, you've been messing around too long. Get on with it. You haven't got, and I literally has been full speed ahead and I've got no time.
Well, the best one, Neshla, and this is quite funny, and we're not naming names, but it was an experience because she kept saying, no, I'm first of all I'm psychic, blah blah blah. Whenever we did anything, and I said, no, you're a medium, Jane, you're a medium, and it took us to go to the most shocking mediumship night, and she went, right, okay, if that person's a medium, I'm definitely a medium. So even going to a shocking, overpaid,
I think
not very good event.
We went to an event where there was 3 different mediums, and I didn't really go to mediumship demonstrations anyway. I've never, like I said, even now as a reader and a medium, I don't get drawn to go and try other things. I don't know why. I'm quite keep myself to myself. We do dip our toe in now and then because we get our group members to come, don't we, and just see and not. We sort of say to them, don't trust us, don't believe us, don't think we're the best, because we're not. Come and experience others so you can see different people's style, because everyone does work differently.
Yeah. And it was really good. Really good.
Yeah, and you've read for me, Nesh, and you've read for me since you've been in France. And I think, there is mediumship in your reading. And I think sometimes we just get stuck in that. Yeah, no. But that night Polly's on about, well, I mean, standing on stage wasn't the issue for me because obviously I did seminars and things at work. So that wasn't a problem as much. But even though I am quite private and I do like to be away from the limelight, I haven't got a problem talking. I think anyone that knows me knows that, even on stage. It was more the personal side of it. I struggled with that, all those eyes desperate for something, where I preferred that one-to-one and that privacy. I'm quite a private person. Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously I've overcome it. We've got one tomorrow night, me and Polly, and then we're away for the weekend working. So I seem to have overcome that bit, even though it's not my favourite part of the job, if I was truthful. But not because of the people, not because I can't do it. It's just how I feel about it. But that night Polly's on about, we'd watched the first medium, they were all right, and then we watched the second medium and it was painful. And the third medium I thought was really good actually. But the second medium, when I turned to her in the break and I went, yeah, all right, you win. I'll do that demo at the end of September. Because if they're a medium, I'll eat my hat or something like that, wasn't it? I said, so I'll do it. She just looked at me, she went, are you messing about? I went, no, I'll do it. I said, because that was shocking. That was shocking. And then it's 4 years ago, wasn't it? And here I am 4 years on still doing it. So it is funny, the things I do. But getting back to you working in the publisher's side, you've also been in a book, haven't you? Reflections. You wrote a section. Is it? Yeah. So you do pop up in different places, don't you, whether you're here or not? Yeah, I was going to say, you've done the magazines. So before we end the show, let's go back to Rahanni, because you are what's the title again? I should know this as a practitioner. You are the associate founder. I am very honoured, as is Polly, that you not only taught me as a practitioner, you taught me as a teacher, and I've also been very honoured that you trust me to distribute your manuals to everybody and send them out on time, even though I can get a few awkward customers sometimes. But talk about level 3 and talk about how Rahanni has changed for you over, because I know it's changed for me. And even, I mean, Polly is a trance healer and works massively in trance, but you've been back, you've gone in and out of your Rahanni journey, haven't you? And you've just gone back into it and taught somebody. How has Rahanni changed for you and the level 3? So in case anyone's asking, because Rahanni, people say to me still, what is it? How do I find it? Who is it? And I talk about Carol's story, and when I teach somebody, I give them your website, I give them Carol's website, obviously I give them my website. But yeah, I talk and I get them to go and look up Carol's books, and actually the books I've shared to our development groups. That's sort of being passed around at the moment in our development group. So just end on Rahanni, because you are the associate founder, and so people understand it. Give them a little bit of spill on it. I like it. I call it simple, and it is loving, and it is so easy. And I don't think to date anyone that I've taught has been unhappy with it. In fact, one of my more newest students is literally flying with her client base at the moment. I'm practicing it and now starting to charge. And she's constantly checking in with me to check with things, which is nice, because as teachers, we're always there for the student. So it is nice. So for anyone out there that wants to know about Rahanni, we can do it online. We can teach it online. So if anyone wants to work with Neshla as the associate founder, I will be putting our website up so you can do that. If anyone wants to work with me or Polly, you know where to find us. We might have to fight over it, Polly, but no, we won't. It's like with
We're all full of love.
with anything, and as I said, we're all readers, we all work as healers. People will go to who they want to go to, they will be drawn to who they want to go to. There is no reason for people, and we do find this unfortunately with lots of others, there's no reason for ego or worrying about it. People will go where they want to go. So we are free teachers out there if anyone wants us, but if you want to be, do this with Neshla, and like I said, me and Polly have both had the pleasure of that. You can still do it online just because she's in France.
And also you could even go there and stay in her beautiful
stay in
sheet
a retreat.
in France
On
and have a retreat at the same time.
Yeah,
Or
because you've just done that, haven't you, with your retreat in September? You're adding a Rahanni day in as well. Yeah, exactly. On that note then, Neshla, we're going to wrap this up, people. So we're going to thank lovely Neshla for coming on our show, and I've finally pinned her down because she has been busy or hasn't coincided in with us. And we're going to say bye, Polly. Do you want to say bye, or should I say bye, or should we all wave and say?
no, I tell you what, it's been so lovely speaking to you and having you on the show.
It has.
Neshla. We've missed you desperately, and you ever want to come home?
It does move on.
Does. I'm joking in one respect, as we'd love to have you back. However, I'm totally jealous or envious of the fact that you've got a beautiful home in South France. So
very much so.
definitely.
Well, I do catch up. I do catch up with Neshla, Polly. Come on, you've got to stop being so busy.
Yeah, but you tell me the day.
The last couple of times, actually, we've been working or we've been away, Polly, and when Neshla's been home working, we've been actually out of Portsmouth working. So it has been difficult, but we will pin her down. I think the last time we all properly got together was your birthday party, Neshla, when you came home and did your birthday party. So that was 4 years ago. So that's pretty bad that we haven't been able to do that since. But yeah. So thank you, Neshla, and we will say goodbye, and we will see you people in a fortnight. Take care.